What is up, everybody? Ep1 here, and today I just want to do a bit of a deck showcase, showcasing my favorite budget deck right now, and that budget deck is Dusknoir. Now, Dusknoir has been around for a little bit while. He's been out since Cosmic Eclipse, and with the set coming after Sword and Shield coming out, this does seem like a bit of a late video. However, I thought Dusknoir was worth the time, so we're looking at it today. Grim Marking: if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon is knocked out, put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. And then Psych Up does 60 damage, and then during the next turn, it does 60 more. So, how you're playing this card is that you're basically saying, right, whenever an opponent knocks out our really bulky Pokemon, we get to put 4 damage counters wherever we want, and then Psych Up can do 60 damage this turn, and then 120 next turn. So that's like 180 damage. Grim Marking takes it up to like 200. And then, of course, we have Spell Tag, which says when the Psychic Pokemon is knocked out, you may put 4 damage counters anywhere. So you could really spread up to 8 damage counters, and that's obviously pretty good. And basically, some other things that help the deck out is Dusknoir having the Spirit-Born Evolution. Once in your turn, you may discard 3 cards from your hand and search your deck for a Dusclops and attach it to Dusknoir. So basically, this means that even if you lack a rare candy in hand, you will almost have turn 2 Dusknoir, like pretty much always. Other cards to talk about, we are focusing around the sort of spread mechanic, so we have a 1-off Cephalon in here with Fireworks Bomb. Put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. If your opponent has exactly 3 prize cards remaining, put 12 damage counters on instead. So if your opponent's playing ADP, this can be sort of harder to pull off, because obviously they're taking their prize cards in 2s. But against most other matchups, this is fine. Being able to spread 120 damage is a really nice late game sweeper, especially combined with the Spell Tag Grim Marking combination. And on top of that, we also have some Wheezing. Now, we don't have any coughing, obviously, but we do have Blow Away Bomb Wheezing, which says whenever you discard it with effective Roxy, you may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. And of course, we play 4 copies of Roxy to discard Pokemon, draw 3 cards. It's pretty good. And then we have Beast Energy with Beastring, which lets us search our deck for 2 basic energy if your opponent is on 3 or 4 prizes and attach them to Cephalon. So we have a nice way of rapidly getting up Fireworks Bomb. It also helps, though, that Dusknoir only needs a single Psychic Energy to attack, which is why I really like this deck, because you don't have to run too many energies. I'm playing 9 currently. You can run more if you want. I run 2 Ordinary Rod and 1 Lana's Fishing Rod. Lana's Fishing Rod is purely just to get back the Spell Tag, but really, you don't have to play Lana's Fishing Rod. It's sort of just a case of, well, my opponent has to go through 5 Spell Tags, or if you prize 1, then it's back to 4, so I just think Lana's Fishing Rod's pretty good. 2 Ordinary Rod just because you're pretty aggressive in this deck. Like, you are discarding an awful lot, especially with, the wrong card. You are discarding a lot with Spirit-Born Evolution, so, you know, it's pretty useful. Obviously, we have Great Catcher, which is Spirit-Born Evolution fodder if we don't need it, but it does say discard 2 cards from my hand and switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon GX or EX with their active. So what I find this to be useful is if we're about to swing for 120 with Psych Up, and our Stadium card, Shrine of Punishment, has been in play for a few turns. A few ticks of that on a Dedenne, and then you can Great Cratch up Dedenne and take 2 prizes. It's usually a pretty solid way of getting prizes out of this, and obviously you don't really want to be going for the 3 prize cards against tag teams, you just want to be sniping the low HP guys. So that's pretty much it for the spreading. We have 4 Quick Ball, a pretty standard card. 4 Mysterious Treasure, which is saving grace for a lot of Psychic decks right now. 2 Ordinary Rod, which you spoke about, just mainly to get back energies as well. It's quite important. 4 Rare Candy, because you can't just rely on Spirit-Born Evolution all the time. It is very expensive. Discard 3. It's, very costly. And we have 2 Shrine of Punishments. I wanted to play 3, but the space in this list is kind of tight. So, Shrine of Punishment, saying between turns, put a damage counter on each Pokemon GX and EX in between turns. So, if you want to play this in Expanded, obviously you could, play Expanded. Another alternative is actually you could play the Wheezing Blow Away Coughing, which is also pretty good. It says if you discard effective Roxy, put 1 damage counter as well, so it means you have more ways to get playing Roxy. And also worth pointing out, Ordinary Rod, you can use this to shuffle back in your Wheezing and use them multiple times. The most controversial choice in this deck is actually 2 copies of Air Balloon. I didn't consider just 2 copies of Switch or even 1 copy of Switch and something else, because retreat cost is nothing really that important in this deck. And retreat cost of 2 isn't a magical number either, because only Dusknoir and Cephalon are really needed to retreat. However, if you are basically, if you don't feel like Herbaloom is the right choice, especially if you need to consider you need to get Dusknoir active or something, probably play Switch. Switch is probably better. Even Malo and Lana, to be honest, is probably okay because obviously if they don't one hit KO you, you don't mind healing off, and we're saving at least a turn for your Dusknoir. And when I first played this deck, the first game I played with this deck, I thought, oh, this is probably going to be a dud. It's going to be another one of those, stage 2 decks that doesn't do anything. But when I considered, I got down to one prize against ADP Station. I felt very proud. So I think if you can take on BDF with the budget deck, then I think that's pretty good going. Also, I forgot to talk about Cinder and Caitlyn very quickly. It's basically VS Seeker and a Howl built in one. But when you play this card, you may discard another card from your hand, obviously, to draw 3 cards, fitting in with the whole discard to do more stuff. It means you can play more extra copies of Roxy as well, which is nice. If you're playing Expanded, I definitely recommend VS Seeker in this deck, as well as Trainer's Mail, obviously. It's a staple in rare candy builds, for me, at least. So, yeah, that should be everything for the Dusknoir video. This has been episode 1 of Budgetcraft, and I hope you've enjoyed this new series that I'm starting, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.